Morning dew, and the beauty seems to say it's a pleasure when you treasure all that's new and true and gay.
You're listening to Ujima 98 FM, the heart of Bristol. Keep on moving.
I'm great. I see the different colors of the rainbow. Which one I go take? All that glitters ain't gold. It's all about the ego.
Yellow or purple will be alright.
There's something about green I just can't hide.
Yellow or purple will be alright.
Something about green I just can't hide. On your mark, get set. You know black magic and no the fear. They come banakada but not the keke. I can't slack when it comes to pepe. I'm a bloody bastard. Matter of fact, I'm a monster and I make monster music, can't conquer. Who do this monster beat? Now I cancer. And I got flows that's sick, they cause cancer. Raising lots of questions, can't answer. Amazing. Now they dread me like Rasta. Blazed in my eyes like Asian. Don't drop Honda. Homeboy Shizzy pulling up in the Tundra. That's whatever it do. Keep the flow chinchilla smooth. Far from the regular, but I blend with a few. You can ask Desi girl, she'll tell you it's ruder with a Gouda. Please don't ask me why. That's the reason why baby got pacified. And I know EJ make lots of nine, but don't let it get to you, cause your friends gon' screw you over. 10 million or more, you know now. I see the different colors of the rainbow. Which one I go take? All that glitters ain't gold. It's all about the ego.
Yellow or purple will be alright.
There's something about green I just can't hide.
Yellow or purple will be alright.
Something about green I just can't hide. I see the different colors of the rainbow. Which one I go take? All that glitters ain't gold. It's all about the ego.
Yellow or purple will be alright.
There's something about green I just can't hide.
Yellow or purple will be alright.
Something about green I just can't hide. See, one thing I've learned is many guys say they brothers, but they demons undercover. Many girls say they lovers, many girls they are sisters, but all they do is fuck around here and get their periods missing. They say EJ behave like they know he's playing. He gets slapped in the face, and that's just for trying to get your brother man trapped in a place. Y'all whack and you're fake. I'm real. See, I could tell you that to your face. Open doors with the keys, get hi-hats when I kick it with a snare, then I get back to the bass. Doing what I do best, keep on pushing it like a new Lexus car. Hope the fuel for our dreams gon' get us far. And even if I go down like a sexy chick and it was me, you know I'm gon' get up hard. Through the struggle and the pain, the good day sunny, all I got is rain now. But I ain't complain now, cause after that I see the different colors of the rainbow. Which one I go take? All that glitters ain't gold. It's all about the ego.
Yellow or purple will be alright.
There's something about green I just can't hide.
Yellow or purple will be alright.
Something about green I just can't hide. I see the different colors of the rainbow. Which one I go take? All that glitters ain't gold. It's all about the ego.
Yellow or purple will be alright.
There's something about green I just can't hide.
Yellow or purple will be alright.
Something about green I just can't hide. I see the different colors of the rainbow. Which one I go take? All that glitters ain't gold. It's all about the ego. There's something about green I just can't hide.
My mama used to tell me, girl, you ain't that cool. To see a man you love and start to act a fool. Tell me what's a girl love supposed to do. Tonight I'm breaking mama's rule. Baby, there's a lot of things I want to say. I'm in love with you, it's driving me insane. I know I'm sounding stupid, but is it okay to be a woman every day? Ooh, you'll be my man, and I will be a woman every day. Ooh, you'll be my man, and I will be a woman every day. Yeah.
Hello Bristol, you're still onto the Niger Mix. You're onto Ujima 98 FM, and then this is the Niger Mix show. The song you first heard was by that's Rainbow, and then now that's by Black Magic, and so now this is an Asha track. Be My Man. Well, we have a whole lot of coming up this day today. We'll be talking about the valley times of a man's life. We'll be playing some of our tracks from the Bristol Harbour Festival, and then we're sure try to keep your day sunny. It's sunny out there, I know, but we'll just try to add some spice to your day. So sit back and enjoy. I forgot to say who I am. Yeah, my name is Deepo. So enjoy.
Welcome to the future. Let go.
Exclusive from NotJustOK.com.
Music on the planet. Nigerian Mix Show. Ujima 98 FM.
I'm sick of this car. I'm about to hop up on my spaceship. Headed for the future. My mind is way ahead of all of these haters. Wishing I was dead. Watching again, they can't tell.
You're listening to the hottest, the freshest Nigerian music on the planet. Nigerian Mix Show. Ujima 98 FM.
We gon' do this anyhow. We don't care through any kind of weather. Now that I realize this is part of our life. Call me a dreamer, I am a believer.
NotJustOK.com.
She look like she wanna go anywhere that's beautiful. I look at her cuticle and tell her things that she need to know. No, strange enough, I ain't really the type. Tell you what, I don't lie. It's what you mean to me that make me wanna ride. Yeah, I ain't the one to judge, but why lie when you can lie in the arms of love? I still try even though I ain't the one to trust, but man, I just can't get enough. You like me, always on another level. Same bike, same ride, but a different pedal. Same mind, same grind, but a different metal. So I gotta let it be.
I believe I can rise. It kind of span, it takes me through the ocean at a tide. And even when I'm weak, I know my muscles getting tired. I hustle hard till I'm the boss in the black tie. Yeah, I turn dreams to reality. I fight demons for real, I'm beaming for sanity.
Exclusive.
And I think I found a meaning to action. I'm scheming for real till my name's in the caption. We let bygones be bygones. We didn't make cheese, I mean we no need to bygone. See me sitting on top, I guess it's my turn. Them haters wanna bite me, shit I python. Oko oja asiko, me I go they carry go. Me I go they hustle till my down go till like Aliko. Ladies wanna see me flow, some wanna have my baby yo. Some wanna do me till like crazy yo.
Ooh yeah, oko oja asiko. Want to finish it, and when they want to, anytime you passing for road now, every other girl for that road must bow. You to find a jail, I must try to make my name buyer. So anywhere you see Dunk and Mighty, tell them say when they make a way. When they Chai, Chineke, Manuchi,
Vote for Ujima Radio's Unsigned Artist of the Week.
Young Silence, Black Star.
I'm the falling star, out the black sky. Came to earth cause I heard the end was nearby. Where I live by, what I used to eat.
Phil Bear, featuring Seb Kadizoria, Who I Am.
I can see it clearly. You dropping all those hints. Hide and seek with feelings.
Fige, Walking Time Bomb.
Most probably going to righteous. I'm Big Fige, the Rasta man. So you know, sir, from the most I'm blessed. Everybody is a walking time bomb.
Submit your vote or track. Email nia@ujimaradio.com. That's NIA@ujimaradio.com.
Come to Bristol's newest blues jam at Harvey Cellars, 12 Denmark Street, just behind the Bristol Hippodrome. Ujima Radio and Harvey Cellars have teamed up with John and Richard from the Shades of the Blues Monday night radio show to bring you a brand new monthly blues jam. Entry is free, so come for a sophisticated night out and enjoy live blues music provided by the house band and special guest appearances. For more information, go to www.harveycellars.co.uk and listen to the Shades of Blues Monday show from 7 to 9 p.m. Be the first to enjoy the city's newest blues jam night out.
Hello, Bristol. You're still live onto the Nigerian Mix Show. And yeah, you're on to Depot this day. The last music you listened to was Dance For Me by Duncan Mighty. Well, like I said, we'll be bringing you quite a lot of kind of a lot of things. I'm interested to talk about something which struck me with struck a chord in me yesterday when I was talking to a friend of mine, and then he was talking about life beginning at 40, and he had some things to say. I'm so sure you all will have. So I made up stories and then some music about that. So you guys should. I look forward to speaking about that maybe in the next couple of minutes. But in the meantime, let's get back into the music. Next is Adama, that's Flavor. Enjoy.
Hey, Mr. Flavor, body dance. Everybody, everybody, let's go. Hey, come on, let's go. Yeah, come on, Mr. Flavor, body dance.
Oh yeah, follow me, come and see my wifey. A beautiful baby, Adama. See where she looking so simple, original woman, African baby, Adama. She too fine, chai. Oh my love man is so good, baby na tomato juicy, Adama. She too simple, she too humble, mata no woman asaro. Adama, you be my choice, Baby fire, you're my heart desire. When I dance for mama, when I dance for papa, dance. Anytime she walk out for rodeo, that's what she dey pass wahala. She dey make all the boys see the holla. Adama, suffering. Shake your big bakasi. Adama go put me for trouble. Adama, she too fine, chai. Oh my love man is so good, baby na tomato juicy, Adama. She too simple, she too humble, mata no woman asaro. Adama, you be my choice, Baby fire, you're my heart desire. When I dance for mama, when I dance for papa, dance. Anytime she walk out for rodeo, that's what she dey pass wahala. She dey make all the boys see the holla. Suffering. They shake your big bakasi. Adama go put me for trouble, Adama. She too fine, chai. Oh my long man is so good, baby na tomato juicy, Adama. She too simple, she too humble, mata no woman asaro. Adama, you be my choice, Baby fire, you're my heart desire. When I dance for mama, when I dance for papa, dance. Baby fire, you're my heart desire. When I dance for mama, when I dance for papa, dance.
Mr. Flavor, body dance. Enjoy by the piano. Waga G, just yeah.
Nigerian Mix Show on Ujima 98 FM, and then you on to Depot. It's a lovely afternoon. Like I said, this is Nigerian Mix Show, and then we're dropping in some lovely Nigerian tunes, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Somebody just walked into the studio now and told me I liked the last song. Well, the last song was what's the last song? Adama by Flavor. Yeah, that's the last song by Adama by Flavor. And Flavor has been doing some lovely tracks these days. Some of it I like, and especially there's one which is my favorite, which is Ada. For those who don't know it, that had this. We put it up on our Facebook page. That's the Ujima Nigerian Mix Show. Ujima Nigerian Mix. That's our Facebook page. And then it was celebrating the rich culture of of the Igbo tribe in Nigeria. You need to see the video. If you have not, just YouTube, have a Google search of Ada Flavor, and then you'd see what I'm talking about. You see the beauty of Nigeria, the beauty of what wedding is really like in Nigeria. When you talk of wedding, I mean it's a big thing because of the money that is spent and all of that. But it's something you will want to listen. It's something you will want to look at. But next I will be playing the track. That's the Ada, and then enjoy this Ada by Flavor.
Have you seen my beautiful baby? Have you seen my tomato baby? Oh, ELA, baby, suffer the cool me temper. Ada, baby, na sugar, yo. Everybody they wait. Utakene no more. If any man maka, better soup na money kilamo. Ada mwa peke ya. Ada yo. Ada mwa change someone. Ada. Ada get them for everywhere. Ada know they like Ada get them for up and down.
I bet make I clear my throat. 1 2 1 2. It's Saturday, and you're listening to the hottest, the freshest Nigerian music on the planet. Niger Mix Show, Ujima 98 FM. Oh yeah.
If any man maka, better soup na money kilamo. Ada mwa peke ya. Ada. Mommy, bye bye. Daddy, bye bye. In 9 months' time, we will come visiting with a boy and girl. Anna Ujima, Ada.
Yeah, now that's one side of the song I like. That's the boy and girl will come visiting in 9 months' time. Alright, you're still on to the Ujima 98 FM, and this is the Niger Mix Show. And then with you today, this afternoon is Deepo. And then I hope you're all having a lovely afternoon. It's sunny. It's not going to be rainy today, so no problems about that. So that means you can go out with your lovely sunshades. Have a nice shirt on if you're a guy. If you have nice legs, then you can show off your leg. If you don't, I think you should just stick with the trousers there. But I'm wearing a lovely shirt here because I think I have nice legs. Too bad I can't take a picture of my nice leg. Well, that's just on the lighter side of it. Alright, so I said I was going to be talking about a friend of mine who came over at my place yesterday. And he was talking about life at 40. And then he was saying that, life doesn't start until 40. You may want to ask, what do you mean by life doesn't start until after 40? Well, good question. Before I get into that, I just want to start with this, and then I'll use the song, and then I'll just start up the gist with what it means by life doesn't start until after 40. And then this is going to be a track from M.I. And it's Money. This is one of the first. This came out in his first album. It's a Money, M.I. and then it talks about everything. It's not about money and like that. Enjoy M.I. Money.
Money quick to go, money slow to enter. Where money they go, I don't know.
Yo, I didn't grow poor, but I didn't grow rich. Wasn't cruising through life, but we were in a ditch. I would look at some of my friends and get that itch to scratch that cash, to look that flash. Grew with a complex, no self-esteem. Pops beach back when that didn't make cream. Mama stayed home till the boys got grown. We reminisce sometimes on the phone, how sometimes at Christmas wasn't no wish list, wasn't no chickens, there wasn't no rice. We didn't have money for fees, it was a funny couple G's, but still we couldn't pay that price. Still I had it easy and life was good. I trade story with some of my mans from the hood. Drama every day, trauma where they lay. Mama used to say
money slow to enter, yeah. Money quick to go, money slow to enter. Where money they go, I don't know.
Life is out, she strutting her tail. You wanna get laid and you can't afford to fail. Cause if you don't hit it, life will seem like jail. And death is the cost if you wanna make bail. The rich get richer, the poor get screwed. Living is like oil and get screwed. So we shall inherit the merit and get chewed. Try as it may, life will not get chewed. Money is the key if you want life to chill. Money is the juice you produce from skills. But money when abused, the slaughter will kill. So listen up people, this is real, this is real. See, money can rape you, she's so unfaithful. Don't love her too much because she will forsake you. Some give her everything and shower praise, but what a bitch, money never stays.
Money slow to enter, yeah. Money quick to go, money slow to enter. Where money they go, I don't know.
I remember that my father used to say, pray for better days, and God to direct your feet with cheddar lay. Like cheddar may release the stress on my vertebrae, cause all I could do was strain to get away. So fast forward a few years, a few springs, summertimes, autumn and New Year's. Now I'm in the US fighting a few fears. Grades poor, never first place like juniors. And my brother would write to me, letters and emails, telling me about school and home and females, telling me about this lovely girl he's met. He's sure he loves her though he hasn't kissed her yet. MPS, things to send bro. I need that new PS or a new Nintendo. Then I would get awfully calm, hold the pen in my palm, like what could I write to make it
money slow to enter, yeah. Money quick to go, yeah. Money slow to enter. Where money they go, I don't know.
Alright, that was M.I. Money, and like I said, that was from his first track. Still on to you, still on to the Ujima 98 FM Niger Mix Show. I was talking for this track, I was talking about life begins at 40, which my friend was saying. And then he was talking about when he came into this country 10 years ago. He came from an African country. It wasn't Nigeria this time. And then he literally came in with a suitcase, and then 10 years down the line, look at him now. He has 2 cars, he has a wife, 2 kids, and then he's talking about going into export and all of that. And the lesson about what he was trying to say is that the last 10 years hasn't been the rosy best part of his life. He told me he did 3 jobs, and then if he added up all the money he made all through the 3 jobs, it never summed up to 1,300 a month for a man that had a wife and kids. And I'm like, what? And he said, look at me 10 years down the line. Yeah, it wasn't easy, but I mean, we had to. It's kind of like how would I say, kind of like a time of a man's life when he's still, I think he's in his 30s, and then it's kind of like a time of a man's life whereby you need to. It's sowing period. It's a time for you to labor. It's a time for you to do the hard work. It's a time for you to build yourself up. Then when you get to the age of, it's a time for you to pay school fees. Paying school fees. Yeah, you mentioned that. It's a time for you to pay school fees, and then when you hit the age of 40, then the kids are old enough to maybe do some little works themselves, so they don't really need to depend on you, and then you and your beautiful wife can think of a vacation. But until then, and then you probably haven't made a lot of contact. I mean, probably within the last 20 years of your career. And then make some friends, make some more money at 40, because then seems to be like now you've seen things, you've learned the hard lessons of life, you've been betrayed, you've been starved, you've been cheated, and I mean those kind of experiences you can't just pick them up from a book, can you? So it's something that that if life from 40, and then you kick up. I'm gonna be playing this next track, and then it's from Sasha. She complements what I'm saying. She was talking about as a life and Tribe's record. She's regarded as a first lady of hip hop in Nigeria, because she's one of those females that came up then when hip hop wasn't really hip hop in Nigeria. Then it was considered as for unserious people, in quotes. But she was one of the women that stood and said, look, we're going to make a breakthrough. And then out of her came out some other people like Buki, like Weird MCs, and then some lovely female entertainers as well, and musicians. This talks a little bit about a story of a career story as an artist. I'll get back to you guys. I'll talk more on this when after this track. Enjoy. Sasha, what's the name of the track? Adara, yes.
Mama told me there'll be days like this. Put your pen to paper, never use your fist. Imagine how I came through my fierce rhyming. Started my career, blew it up with the tribesmen. A lot of people had their own opinions. Took it in my stride and stuck with my onions. They think they know who she would be, should be. Numbed by the pressure, see I really wanna be me. Inspiration gone, direction gone. Packing my bags, I must be done. But my heart keeps drawing me back. You can do it, baby, one more track. Don't you cry. You can make it if you try. Don't you cry. You can make it if you try. Way to hits, way the album. Have to measure up to the standards of the stardom. Can't explain 3 years running and only one single. Confess it to the audience, only one video. But you hear me though? What that mix truck with? MCs coming out, gotta top the chart. I'm losing it, pulling all the stops. Maybe a party song, no, that's regular. Do a whole track and spit it in vernacular. I'm going crazy right now, so I put my pen down. If you see me walking around with a frown, I'm just tired of this. Performing at shows that don't get paid. Gotta make friends, so don't dare to say it. Wasn't for the money, no, I can't believe it. Trying to convince myself, gotta believe it. Don't you cry. You can make it if you try. Don't you cry. You can make it if you try. Yo, see, I'm speaking out for a lot of us women. When the skills don't bring the
1212 is Saturday, and you're listening to the hottest, the freshest Nigerian music on the planet. Niger Mix Show, Ujima 98 FM. Oh yeah.
God do the rest. It's in our own minds that we stay limited. See through the eyes of the child is still innocent. Why tell me why I just can't sit to the side? Every time I walk away, something's killing me inside. I wanna go, but I can't let go. How do I get through this? I don't know. Don't you cry. You can
and that was Adara. Adara in English means it's gonna get better. And like I was, if you're just joining us, this is the Ujima Ninja Mix Show on 98 FM. And then you tune in, and Deepo is your host for today. And we're talking about life beginning at 40, and I was talking about my African friend who was telling me how he's been really working hard, and then just having this scoreboard ahead of him that, you know what, it's time for me to work real hard from now to the age of 40. And then after 40, I cannot think of taking the best vacations. I can think of looking back at my life and then just taking a vacation. But right now it's the sowing period of my life, and that's why I played that track by Sasha Adara. She's also a lady who had to go through the discouraging times of the rise of the hip-hop industry in Nigeria. It was challenging, where you felt that it was only unserious people that used to go into that kind of industry. And then, yeah, she made it through, so I think she made that into a song. So it goes out to people who seem, if you think you're trying to do something big, but you think the market isn't going to take it and all of that, this is a challenge for you. Put it out there and then see how it goes. It just might not come as soon as you want, but there's something that comes out of it at the end. Well, this is one of my favorite articles. It's the article, I'll call it now. It's one of, I don't know if I'll call it a poem, but just something that keeps me going whenever I feel kind of down, and I'm like, oh, why am I working so hard and there's nothing coming out of it? And then this is it. It says, our deepest fear is not that we are powerful our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be this brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You're a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. I hope that hits a chord in somebody. Your playing small does not serve the world. So if you think you're just doing the small business, the small career just for yourself, nah. It says your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. Yes. This is another part of this part I like. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. If you think you really want to go out there and shine, just go out there and do what you have to do. Don't give two hoots what people have to say about it, or you think, no one has done it before, because that's what it says here. If you go on, it says that we are born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. So if you're dyslexic, it's in you to do something big. It's in you to kind of make great the goodness God has put in you. It's if you think you're disabled, it's in you. Because I've seen a lot of YouTube videos of disabled people who can walk, who don't have limbs and all of that, and they really do good. I mean, when you see what they, I think there's this guy, I really don't know him, but I know he was born without limbs, and he goes around as a motivation speaker talking about how he's been going through all these kind of challenges and all of this kind of things. So even if you have legs and you have hands, there is something you can do. There's always something in you. And then the last part of it says, as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people the permission to do the same. It's amazing. If you let your light shine, you unconsciously give other people the permission to do the same. I could pick on the IT world of today. Bill Gates came up with the Windows, and then somebody came up with the internet, and then somebody built on that and then came up with Facebook, and then some people have built on Facebook and they're making money from Facebook marketing, and then you have Twitter, and then so somebody is doing something to move forward, if you understand what I'm saying. So if you're a young person out there, you still have, if you're in your 18s, your 20s, your 24s, you still have like 10 years to discover yourself, do something, put something on the ground that your children will really be proud of you. They will talk about you, because the ancient Greeks, there's something about their battles. And I was watching Hercules. He went into the battle not because he knew he was going to die in the battle, but he wanted a battle that people would talk about him even after he's gone. And I'm so sure that's the pride of every single person. You want people to talk about you after you're gone. You want somebody to say, oh, you want your kids to say, oh yeah, that's my father that built that, or that's my great grandfather that built that, and you'll be somewhere in heaven just saying, yeah, that's my son, and all of that. So well, I'll have to bring up the next track now, and then this is Plantain Boy. That's by Timaya. I wouldn't say he has blown big, but yes, maybe he's a celebrity now. And then he talks about how he started off selling for his mother, hawking, and then here he is now. He's a big boy. He's done the hard work, and then he's living the life now, I suppose. Not that I think he is, but yeah, if he says he's living the life, I'll answer. He's living the life now, but that's just on the lighter side. But what I'm just trying to say is, just put the work in there, and someone is watching you. Someday you just get a blow. Enjoy this track by Timaya, and that's the Plantain Boy.
Man, I don't owe anybody anything, man. I want to live my life the way I can, man. I don't come Lagos to Count Bridge to see my life there. See,
them know me well. Everybody know me as Mr. Timaya. Oh, they come on plantain seller. Cut contain my Mr. Timaya. Oh, I did for choir. Back in the days for mountain of fire. That's so I just stay harder. Cut corner for my prayer. Oh,
I may have to cut the song a bit short now because we have to go into the ads. Yeah, bear with me on that. But we'll be back with this story and then this track, this song story.
Are you ready for a challenge? A challenge for work and training at the same time? Apprenticeships aren't for the faint-hearted. They're for determined young people who are ready to kickstart their career. Listen in and find out more with Junior Saunders every Monday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m.
The Avon and Bristol Law Centre, in partnership with Ujima Radio 98 FM, are holding immigration drop-in sessions at Ujima, 97 to 107 Wilder Street. These are free sessions, so if you have any immigration queries, come on down to the station on Wednesday the 26th of June, Wednesday the 24th of July, or Wednesday the 7th of August from 2 p.m. till 6 p.m. Indrani Curry will be here to give free advice.
It's the one you've been waiting for. It's the City Rockers Summer Jam Party, to be held at the Trinity Centre, Bristol on Saturday the 3rd of August. Soul, rare groove and a wicked reggae revive set hosted by guest DJ Desi Ranks. Tickets are £8 plus booking fee from Bristol Ticket Shop and Genesis Records. If you remember Cinderella's, Tropics, Mozart and The Dugout, this one's for you. There's also a free prize raffle and giveaway. Saturday, August the 3rd at the Trinity Centre, Bristol. Dress to impress, but come to dance.
KSOLO Productions.
Man, I don't owe anybody anything, man. I want to live my life the way I can, man. I don't come Lagos to Count Bridge to see my life there.
See, them know me well. Everybody know me as Mr. Timaya. Oh, they come on plantain seller. Cut contain my Mr. Timaya. Oh, I did for choir. Back in the days for mountain of fire. That's so I just stay harder. Cut corner for my prayer. Oh, the woman this boy I be a koala. Everybody that they feel me. Coast to coast, they know my name today. You ride Okada, you don't say you know go drive Hummer. Everybody just help you water. You don't say I like the forgotten, but I'm still that plantain boy. I'm really making when they give me mama joy. Many people say me.
1212 is Saturday, and you're listening to the hottest, the freshest Nigerian music on the planet. Niger Mix Show, Ujima 98 FM. Oh yeah.
Even when the rain don't drop, nobody, so you make me a somebody. Oh my God, I'm so happy for everything you do for me. I did on my own, Jehovah just bless me. Anybody with a rich and famous, I don't know why people today jealous.
Join into today's conversation. If you want to join into today's conversation and then life beginning at 40 and then the early hustles of your life before you start reaping the benefit. If you have a story to sell, if you have something you want to say about it, you can drop us a text on 079-602-40198. I'll go again, 079-602-40198, and then I'll be pleased to read it. Alright.
I tell them, sir, a lot of people they come make I fall. Every night and day they want see me fall, but she ever listen, just make I go just to make them to the world. Yeah, you know like somebody when they grow. If them see say you make them never want to make you slow. Oh, you cannot stop me, Jehovah by my side. You cannot stop me, Jehovah by my side. Plantain seller, yeah, I swear I know me better. Yeah, everybody have a plantain seller. Even everybody that know me better. Your mama them know me better. Yeah, your papa them know me better. Mama, papa them know me better. See, I'm serious plantain seller. Yeah, I swear I know me better. Yeah, everybody have a plantain seller. Even everybody that know me better. Your mama them know me better. Yeah, your papa them know me better. Plantain boy, now me be the picky when they give you mama Johnny. Many people see me as a useless boy, but thank God today I'm a very big boy. Not just a big boy, but a very big boy. I'm a very rich boy. Hey, my God, he don't lift me
high. All right, that was Maya, Plantain Boy. And so back to what we have today. I was talking about enjoying life at your tender age, and then what you're supposed to be doing at the early stages of your life before you begin what you should be doing at the early stages of your life before you begin reaping all the benefits of the wealth or the money and all of that thing. It is very, very vital for you to put in some work into the ground, sow some seed, work really hard, do 3 jobs, gain some skills, develop core competence and expertise, pick up some skills, and then you know that it will pay off just after a few years. All right, and then it's not about you alone. It has to be about your community. It has to be about your country. It has to be about people around you. So if you think you're playing small is going to serve the world, nah, you really have to play big. And like the quote I read, that's our DPS fear. It says you're playing small does not serve the world. I mean, you have to make your light shine, and it's not for anybody. It's not for selected people. It's for everyone. Even if you're dyslexic, even if you're disabled, even if you didn't go to school, even if you were drop out, you have something to offer, because there's something that seems to be in every man that God has put in that would make you shine. All right, so I have this lovely story I wanna tell, and then you all must be familiar with the story of the hare and the tortoise, and then they had this race to run, and the hare, everyone knows that the hare ran so fast that they got a point in time he had to slow down because he felt he had overtaken he had given this long gap, this huge gap between him and the tortoise, and then he went under the tree to sleep, and the tortoise came and overtook him, and the tortoise won the race. So everyone says the moral of the story is that slow and steady wins the race. This is the version of the story that everyone grew up to know. I mean, but I have another part of it, and I think I have 2 versions of it which you all would find interesting. But I'm gonna play that just right after this next song by D'banj. It's Top of the World. D'banj is the artist that sang Oliver Twist. So if you're familiar, Oliver Twist, and so this is one of the songs he sang for the closing ceremony of the African Cup of Nations, and it's Top of the World. Aim on Top of the World. Enjoy. This is D'banj.
I'm D'banj.
You only have one life to live. If you're lucky, then you might get 2. I was down, so down, took the hit. Was a miracle that got me through.
I've seen the world, paid my dues. Got plenty of scars, but nothing to lose. No.
Nigerian music on the planet. Nigerian Mix Show. Ujima 98 FM.
Alright, now that was the band Top of the World, like I said. Yeah, you're still on to the Ujima Nigerian Mix Show, and then this is you're on to Depot, and then this is 98 FM Ujima. Now, like before the song, we're talking about the air and the tortoise story, and I promised I was going to give you another different twist to it. So now here is it. Now, so after the air won the race, after the tortoise won the race, the air was disappointed after losing the race. So he did some soul searching and he realized that he lost the race only because he had been overconfident, careless, and lax. If he had not taken things for granted, there's no way the tortoise could have beaten him. So he challenged the tortoise to another race, and the tortoise agreed. This time the air went out and ran without stopping, from start to finish, and he won by several miles. Now here's the moral of the story: fast and consistent will always beat the slow and steady. Now I'm going to say another twist again. So now this is the second twist. I'm going to tell you the third twist again, and then now, but the story doesn't end here. The tortoise did some thinking this time, and then realized that there is no way he can beat the air in the race the way it was currently formatting. So he thought for a while and then challenged the air to another race, but on a slightly different route this time. So the air agreed, and then the air knows I'm fast and I'm just gonna beat you again, so there is no big deal. So they started off. In keeping with the air's self-made commitment to be consistent and fast, the air took off and ran at top speed until it came to a broad river. The finishing line was just a couple of kilometers on the other side of the river. So the air sat there wondering what to do. In the meantime, the tortoise came along, got into the river, swam to the opposite side of the bank, continued walking, and finished the race. So this is the moral of the story here again. It says, first, identify your core competence and then change the playing field to suit your core competence. This is another twist of the story. We were talking about we started off with life starts at 40, that your playing small does not serve the world. You really have to play something big, because when you do that, you unconsciously let the light of other people to shine, and then you have no excuse. If you're disabled, if you're able, if you're dyslexic, if you're sick, if you drop out, you have no excuse to shine, because you could just Google a lot of people. I was surprised when I heard Tom Cruise is dyslexic. I think I read about Steve Jobs as being dyslexic, and then I read about I think there are a couple of people who are kind of disabled, and they do great stuff. One of the greatest physicists in the world is disabled as well. So I'm saying there's nothing stopping you. I have another twist to the story again before I wrap up the story with a lovely lesson, and then you may take on more. But next, I just want to play a track. This is by Da Green featuring Omaomi, and it says "Thank God." I'm not such a Da Green fan, basically. I wasn't, but when I heard this track and I heard the lyrics of the song, it's interesting how the lyrics of songs is just different from the kind of person who is singing it. And then he was talking again about how he came from I would say it was his consistency in trying to be big and trying to hit the entertainment industry. He kept knocking on doors. He felt like it was closed, but one day he opened up to him. So enjoy this track. Is Thank God That Green featuring
That green, my own me. It's time to share some accusation. Now I mean, Dr. Frow's about to go insane once again. Now I mean, Mr. Free Entertainment, baby. Yeah, what now? What it do? Let's go.
Every time I went, I go back to prison. Now you make me rest, now you wake me up. All the good things that you do for me, I'm happy now. Waiting I go do, Baba, not to thank you, Lord. Thank God, 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 thank God.
Hey, I'm a bad fakey. Now I'm a jebaki, but on the day of pataki. Harry be life, me shit change. Modian, so if you want that on there, rap blades, still draw by change. Let me let my thoughts real quick, call it shorty ray. Mobo Jew, all on kini mori ray. Let me let it down, I write it, touch it console. Let me know the Timothy will control. And you're shedding for long to be, along to go shushu, or with the shit to make a look be. Same along we know, the shit tell Koya. Along your Benny, what your magic, I will fire. Silver one new year. Ryan tele, e mani kwe duro no. Munjama la nisi, mutu gwe tuole no. Omo alone ni mi on trip for issue. They should ban the package man, oh Maria no Jesus.
Every time I